Lesson 41, Addition of like terms in rational expressions. So what we want to do in these exercises is to simplify each term so that we can compare and see which ones are like terms. So we're going to pass these that are on the bottom and we're going to pass them to the top. And the same with these ones. So remember, when we pass to the top, we subtract or we change the signs. So in this case, it's going to be 1 minus 3. And then the y that is negative 2 is going to be positive 2. The next one stays the same. And in the last one, we change the negative 1 for a positive 1, and then the 2 for a negative 2. When we simplify, we get bx negative 2y2 minus 3b y2 x negative 2, and then plus 4 y2 b x negative 2. Now if we compare the letters in each of these terms, we see that they are all the same. B is to the 1 power, x is to the negative 2 power, and y is to the 2nd power. So they are like terms and we can add them. So we add the positives. 1 plus 4 is 5, minus 3 is 2, b, y2, x negative 2. Notice that the exponents don't change because we are adding. So we just add the numerical coefficients. Let's do the same in this next example. First, we pass the b negative 3 to the top as positive 3. And the same in the second term. We pass the positive 3 as negative 3. When we simplify, we get a negative 3 b4. And just so that it's easier to compare, we will write a negative 3 first and then b4. And again, notice these are exactly the same, so they are like terms. So I add 1 plus 2, there's a 1 here, 1 plus 2, 3, a negative 3, b4. And that's it. Why don't you pause the video, try to do this by yourself, and then you can compare with my process. So we'll pass the z, that is negative 1, we'll put a positive 1. Then the a, that is 3, is going to be negative 3, b2, c1. Notice how I'm writing the letters in the same order, so it's easier to compare. And then 3, we have a negative 3, b2, c, to the negative 1. So once we have all of our terms simplified, now we compare. And notice that the a's are the same in all 3 terms. The b's are the same in all 3 terms. But the c's are different. We have 2 c's that are positive 1 and 1 that is negative. So the only like terms are these 2. So we can only add those 2. 7 minus 5 is 2. And then the letters with their exponents with no change. And then we have to write the one that is not a like term as part of our answer. And that's it. Remember that if they're not like terms, we cannot add them. Now, the second part of this lesson is pretty easy, but it has 2 steps. We have to remember that. So it says, if x plus 3 equals 7, that is an equation because it has an equal, what is x minus 8? This is an expression. They're different things. An equation has an equal sign and we can find the value of x. And then that value of x we can use on the expression. So let's find x. The 3 is adding, so we're going to pass it to subtract, and x equals 4. Now the question is, what is the value of x minus 8? And I already know what the value of x is, so I can change it for 4 minus 8, which is negative 4. And that's our answer. Let's do one more. Why don't you stop the video, try to do it by yourself, and then check with my process. So in this case, the negative 5 is subtracting, so it's going to come here to add. And so x equals 17. Now we're going to use that 17 here to find the value of x minus 10. And in this case, the answer is 7. Notice how I don't put that x equals 7 because x is 17, but the value of this expression is 7. Well, I hope you got those correct. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments and I will be glad to help you. See you in the next video.